Everyone, happy Wednesday. So it's the middle of the week. We can talk about what we have already completed, what we have pushed to dev, and what's left for the rest of the week. So let's start in alphabetical order with Atish being the first one.
Um, Wait, sorry, what are we doing? Or, okay,
Right. Just what you are working on and what you have already completed.
okay. So, we had some issues with the database, so we are moving to Superbase. So I just, uploaded all our population trait definition data to Superbase and set that up. And, I'll, I think, be helping Madi however I can to make the transition. And then, I'll also be continuing work on the recursive experimentation.
I would say, Atish, don't do anything until we get the database up and running in production, because we really need to cut the release to prod. That's kind of a critical blocker for a bunch of people.
Okay.
Thank you. And Ambuch is next.
Hey guys, good morning. I was working on the GPT researcher part, integrating it with my causal report generator. I actually wanted to talk to Subodh regarding this, but I guess he was unwell. So for now, I was just working with different strategies we can use uh, to take the retrieval from the GPT researcher and our document base. So I was looking into ways maybe somehow have a threshold, let's say zero point 0.3, where if we have less documents, we hit the GPT research or something like that. But then I thought, we can also keep it simple. So I was thinking of, I've already created like a checkbox. So if the user takes the checkbox, then we hit, GPT researcher. If not, it references the causal sentences. Yeah.
Do the simplest possible thing. Get the LLM, get the agent to search both the GPT researcher and the causal sentences. You want
Okay.
you want to include both, and then also, I would say, let's get this into production into dev, excuse me, as quickly as we can. Let's stop development. Like, what I'd like to work on as a group is get into the habit of releasing our work into dev in tinier bites, instead of having these like big components that we load up that take a long time to integrate. Just um, let's do small baby steps at a time. That should increase the velocity, especially because right now we are bottlenecked as a team with our DevOps skills, and so I don't want to say DevOps skills. I want to say DevOps resources, and so the if we're so in order to release the stress on the integration part of the pipeline, we wanna have smaller incremental adjustments.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I'll tweak it a little bit and then I'll start doing it today. Start integrating it today.
Sweet. I'm very excited about that feature. Very, very sexy feature. Does the agent you're building, does that use a model context protocol from Anthropic at all?
No, this is not using Anthropic for now. This is only using like Gemini and OpenAI.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
And Avi is next.
Yes, ma'am. We are. I'm getting all the blockers out of the way for the release. So I did some work on that this morning. So now we have access to SendGrid and Subabase, and I integrated, or not integrated, but linked up our blog host with our Stripe, so that we can integrate users and integrate it with HubSpot, so that we can start marketing to more than 20 subscribers. We now have, I think, something like 2,500, something like that, marketing emails in HubSpot, so we can start sending invitations out more broadly. The big thing I'm working on today is offers. So we have Santiago, who is back from Japan. He wants to join us for a DevOps role. So Madi, hopefully that will relieve some stress on you. So he should be joining in the next kind of week or so. We have Joaquin, who's a PhD in AI research from LSE, maybe? I forget what university he's from. He's a top guy. So he's joining us. Subodh, thank you for interviewing him. He'll be joining probably in the next week or so. And then we have Krish, who's going to be another salesperson. He's going to be handling kind of EMEA and Southeast Asia. I believe he's based in Australia. So Mehul, when you move to Sydney or whatever, maybe you'll have a roommate. And so he should be starting in the next kind of week or two. So I'm going to be trying to get those offers out by the end of day today. As a reminder, I'm also out tomorrow and Friday. Pablo's in charge, wherever Pablo is. If you guys need anything, obviously I have a problem with workaholism, so I will be accessible. Try not to bother me, but if there are any critical path items, I'll still be around, but pretend I'm not.
Thank you. And Florian is next.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So I've mostly been working with Madi to fix bugs. First, the problem with dev going down with one of our endpoints. I think we fixed that. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Madi. And then now I'm going to work on fixing the database that is blocking our release to production. I'll be working alongside Atish and Chin and of course Madi to try and fix that, and that's probably what I'll be working on until, well, it's done, because it's pretty important.
And Hadi is next.
Hello everyone. Wednesday. I've been working on updating the UI for the errors through ideation page to be more like in a modern way using toast notifications. Hopefully, like today, I will create a PR for that, and also updating the short and experiments page for feature level importance. So far, I have one issue with the dynamic title of the short, maybe I need to sit with Subodh for that. In the R Shiny, I don't know how they generate that title, but I will figure out.
Sorry to interrupt. The title of the AMC graph?
Yes.
I
think generated dynamically.
I can, per experiment, like the same way you get the AMC data, I can attach the title as well if you need.
Well, I get the data for these charts from artifacts info. I don't know if I can use that data. Okay, maybe if you have time, we can sit together.
Yeah, like you, me, Linnea, we will figure this out. No problem. Thank you. Linnea is next.
Yeah, hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I've mostly this week been working through Vega bugs and the errors and whatnot. But I've traced down the thing that's an issue, and it appears to be a problem in the package itself rather than in our own code. So I have one more thing I want to try. I see the skeptical look. Like I said, one more thing I want to try, and then if that doesn't fix it, I'll probably have to get in touch with like the people who do the package and be like, why is this compiling to a different thing than what I told it to compile to? Yeah, and that's probably how the rest of my week is going to go as well. More Vega stuff.
Are you using Vega or Vega Lite?
So it's Vega Lite essentially. So the issue is arising because Altair writes to Vega Lite, but the shiny like integration appears to take the Vega Lite, translate it to Vega, and then display the Vega. And when you look at the Vega Lite code, it shows everything correctly. And when you look at the Vega code, it shows one thing incorrectly. And that one thing is a thing I've been trying to do. And how it goes from Vega Lite to Vega.
What is the one thing?
So in the traits AMCE graphs, because we have 2 points per y-axis level, 2 points per, like 1 point for each trait for each level. We want to just have them a little offset so that they don't overlap, so one doesn't cover the other.
Like can you just use like a wiggly line instead of a straight line? That's close enough.
How do you mean?
Instead of using a straight line that overlaps, if you use like a squiggly line, then you can like kind of see the difference.
Like for the error bar, you mean?
Yeah, or use like a transparent block or something.
Yeah, so we've tried. A wiggly error bar would be.
Instead of trying to like fix the core package, try to like use a not quite as good hack that gets you there faster.
Yeah, right now, to get around it, I'm just playing with transparency, having more transparency on the points. But it would be nice if we could just have the actual thing.
It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Speed or perfection. What is it? Perfect is the enemy of good.
True.
Yeah, just get it good enough, because we have a lot of places where we need the Vega charts updated. They don't have to be perfect.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Then I'll just do the transparency for now, and move on.
Thank you. Lucy is next.
Hi everyone. So for the past 2 days, I have been working on making this video Avi mentioned, which is like was posted on Twitter by some. I was trying to replicate it, and I finished it yesterday, and I'll show a demo at the end of my result. I think it's pretty good. I showed Mia this morning. She thinks it's good too. So I'll be demoing it at the end. Yeah.
Prepare the socials. Lucy's gonna get 3 million impressions.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it for me.
Next on the list is Madi.
Okay. So I have been trying to release, this is number 120, but issue arises. One was that they unexpectedly went down for some time, like 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then get up again. We tried we found 2 possible ways that it goes down. One was the propagation and one was the attributes on levels. We made changes, and after that we set a downtime checker, which checks every minute, 60 seconds, if the div goes down or not. And if it goes down, we will get email. So it's been 2 days, but we didn't get any email that div went down. So we get that as 90% the issue is the down is fixed. So
Wait,
that was one thing.
Who gets that email?
It's in Sentry. The email I get, so I'm responsible for that, but I'm not sure if others also get email.
Can you use like a support email address so that in case you don't have internet, someone can pick it up?
Okay, let me check if that's possible.
Or we can figure it out. Just make sure that if it's like a critical bug, make sure it's more than just you.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I was trying to see if it gets down. So there was a monitor for that. The monitor still exists, but it didn't go. So that was one thing, and the other issue we got is about the database. So there was an issue with connecting the database we had in GCP. So we couldn't connect from Taste and Prod to the dev database we had. And as a result, either we could create a new database on each instance, or we move to Supabase or another service. We created a database on Supabase, put the data in, so Atish put the data in Supabase, and we're trying to migrate to Supabase. And yeah, that's it from my side.
Thank you. And next is Mehul. Mehul is next. Oh, okay, we're gonna skip him. Let's go to Mia.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Monday I was out. Tuesday Lucy caught me up and was kind of like digging a little bit into our competitors and started focusing on like a PR the past like 2 days. So there's a task about like reaching out to blogs that we can like guest write on. So I was kind of just reaching out to like those blogs and seeing you can get like a bite for like engagement, and then also after that I'm going to be focusing on drafting social media post. And I also finished our launch blog post. I just made like a few like quick edits to it, and then all of our stuff for launch should be good unless anything wants to be like edited otherwise. But we're like prepared for that. Yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you. And Nick is next.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Actually, Mia, you mentioned competitors. I'm not sure what you're doing with them, but I've compiled a list of competitors. It is in Growth PRD, and actually Pablo, I'm not sure who has access to that, but I compiled a list of 7 or 8 companies that actually do something pretty similar to what we do. I'll share that with you. But apart from that, I worked on the sales business plan, which I'm reviewing with Pablo this afternoon, and we're gonna put some stuff in motion to start reaching out to prospects later this week. So I'm excited about that. That's been my focus for the past few days. That's it for me for now. Oh, actually, quick thing, Avi, you mentioned SBIRs a few days ago in one of the channels.
Yeah.
I have experience with SBIRs, STTRs. STTRs are actually kind of a hidden gem because they're less competitive. But you have to work with a nonprofit, so you know a university would be a great partner. So it kind of both gives us credibility and it's less competitive, but it's very similar in structure. You just have to give 30% of the revenue to that nonprofit. But if you want to talk about SBIR/SIBRs, let me know.
Do you think we would be competitive?
You know, I when I worked with SBIRs, they were for defense, mostly for defense and intelligence purposes. I have not kind of looked at I haven't looked at specific SBIRs that would apply to us. If you have examples, I can look at them and kind of see who's won them in the past. Actually, when I was consulting a couple of months ago, I downloaded the entire SBIR database, which is pretty easy to do. So I'm happy to have a conversation. I think we should give it a try. Yeah.
I think yeah, I think you have good instincts. Other folks have given us the same guidance. Yeah. Excellent.
All right, that's it from me.
Thank you. And Pablo is next.
All right, good morning, guys. Lots of energy here. Let's keep it up. I think you guys, at least most of you, know why I'm not showing my face. Let's keep that private.
Sorry, not funny.
Not funny. Not funny. Tragedy. It's a tragedy.
I believe in self-deprecating humor, so if you don't think it's funny, I think it's funny. Okay. Good start to the week. Today we have a meeting with Christina. She is one of the leads of the University of Pennsylvania Behavioral Science program. They also have like this corporate enterprise partnership that she wants to talk to us about. I met with Chris Pinnell, who's a UPenn student and who's been kind of prepping me on what to say, how to navigate this, what's happening behind the scenes over there. But it looks like we can definitely position ourselves to start planting seeds at that university, which is really exciting, as we are doing with other organizations. We also have a series of interviews, one of which is a final interview later on today. So that's a one-on-one with Avi for the account executive role. Also going to be meeting with Nick to align on the business plan, make sure that we empower him, get him ready to be successful, and do outreach. So that's going to be really exciting. Also going to be representing Subconscious in our meeting with Hannah from Pivot North, a VC. We also have VCs that not only put us in the Cap Table Coalition roadmap for book running, but they themselves are connecting us with other VCs, which is exciting. So more details on that to come. But that is a super strong sign because most fundraisings are going to come from people that refer us, that are experts and investors themselves. So already starting to see some very strong and good signs there. We have to keep pushing. I know that's Avi's focus for the next few weeks. And so we need to help him, support him, empower him so that he does just that. That's it for me. Outside of that and all those other things, I was playing around with our blog. I want to, as Avi said, integrate that with our HubSpot, but at least at this point in time, be able to import more than 10 contacts, which was our current constraint. So Avi, by you solving our constraint last night or this morning, we can do, I think, upwards of 1,000 or 5,000 people. So we'll start with that. And so Mia and Lucy, that should be exciting for you because now you're, communicating with thousands of people as opposed to 20 people. So really exciting. Let's keep going, guys. This is it, hitting fundamentals. Also, wear sunblock. Inside joke.
Thank you. And Tushar is next.
Hi everyone. I've been tweaking around with front end, finding bugs and hunting for them. I fixed the invite emails and in-app notifications issue. Also, there were some other issues in ideation, like multiple API calls were getting to the same endpoints, like attributes and levels. Fix that. Then I'm adding some growth hacking. So SEO on the showcase page. We had created a ticket for that. So we've done that. PR is raised. Also added a small like copy link button in the collaboratory as well, to directly copy the link instead of like doing that. Yeah. So currently this.
I noticed, Tushar, that the collaboratory is. I was having trouble getting it to work properly. I was having trouble getting the collaboration features, like multiple people editing one file. I was having trouble getting that to work.
Okay, I'll check that once.
Okay.
What exactly was the issue? Can you
Like I was trying to invite other people to the room, and then they weren't getting the invite email, and then even if I sent them the link, we weren't able to chat in the same room.
Was it yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, I'll check again because now the emails will go and the in-apps as well.
Okay.
I'll check once.
I feel like with our workflow, with our flow, like we have this great collaboratory, we have this great market simulator, but they're kind of separate, you know? Yeah. I don't know if it's possible to kind of integrate them in any way. That's probably a big lift, but it's just something to think about. It's two very powerful experiences.
Yeah.
Oh, and then also if we could find a way in Pendo to track how many people are using the collaboratory and then how many people are using the market simulator, we can then play with our user flows to try to maximize the usage.
I can look for collaboratory market simulator as in R. I'm not sure.
Right. Even if it's just like clicking the button, it's we should get used to integrating Pendo with some of these new features.
Okay.
And then also, Tushar, I noticed we have like two sets of notifications. There's like the chime notifications that Hadi's working on, and then the Novu notifications that you're working on. Does it make sense to have one set of notifications, or it's okay to have two?
Those are toasts. They won't be like a proper notification. Like they will just come for 1-2 seconds and just then go away.
Got it. Okay, so it's separate use cases.
Yeah, it's separate.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm next. So I was working on updating the text file so we'll get better prompts. I did the entire diverse preferences tab, so all the trait analysis have better graph explanations and the tab summary at the top. So the calculations changes are already on dev, and currently I'm working on matching the UI so they are viewed correctly, like adding line breaks and everything. So yeah, that will be obviously done by the end of the day, and I will move to the next tab next. So hopefully like sometime at the beginning of next week, I can just finish with this task. That's on my end. Have I accidentally skipped anyone?
I couldn't go because my computer crashed.
Yeah, of course.
Working on still working on the persona creation. Subodh wanted a feature where you can upload a file, then the file gets converted to a persona. So that's what I've been working on. Once that's done, I still need help setting up or running the backend locally. So I'll check with you, Marty, for that. Outside of that, if there is some UI bugs that I can help out with, I'm happy to help.
Mehul, for the persona creation, can we start thinking about building a customer data platform on some of the open source CDPs that exist? Maybe RudderStack, which uses Supabase in the background, integrates with MCP, and has enterprise CRM and CMS integrations. It's also open source Apache too.
I didn't understand the relation between the two, like the persona creation and this.
I guess it's more of, you know, I guess it's separate than the persona creation. I guess it's after we create the personas, can we easily store the personas in some sort of way that's accessible as a tool for the LLM agents.
I think that's what Syed has been working on, to create the persona as an agent that we can interact with. So maybe he's a better person to answer this. At the moment, it's a temporary persona that we're creating. It's going to be stored in one DB. The user can refer to it. They cannot interact with the persona. The persona will still be used to it will still be used to run the experiment against.
Got it. Yeah,
That makes sense.
being stored in OneDB is a good place. Yeah, if we have it stored in OneDB, we can have an asynchronous process that can update our CDP. That's the right thing to do. What Weights and Biases is our system of record, so that's very good.
Great. Does anyone have any demos for today?
I can do a quick demo of Sentry.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give a 5 minute. I'll give a 1 minute demo. A 1 minute demo. So in Sentry, here we have on the top we have our front end. On the bottom we have our back end. Right, dev test prod, or dev prod test, whatever. And what I notice is when going from the front end, right, from dev to prod, dev actually has more errors, so it's going backwards. But I know there's a lot of upgrades to dev right now. 93%. Who knows what this means? I know we're not tracking all of our errors, and I know this is like not comprehensive, but that's more or less okay. On the back end, it looks like we're kind of quite a bit more stable going from dev to prod. But then when I look here, when I see test, whatever is released to test has been crashing. I'm guessing this is because of the database issues. But this is a nice snapshot to look at if we want to see if we're getting more stable or less stable, and it seems like it's not getting meaningfully worse. So that's good. So I know people have been working really hard on getting this dev release to production. I would just ask, let's make sure we focus on quality. Before we push anything into dev, make sure you test it, test the edge cases. Don't just say it works on my box and push, right? Test it, get the end-to-end flows working, do the integration test, do the QA, do the UAT, test it all the way through. It's not a college project here. Make sure the code you're pushing is well thought through, errors, fails gracefully, sends meaningful errors, logs to Sentry, all of the has meaningful variable descriptions. I'm seeing people being like, oh, I'm going to make a new database and it's going to be called database test, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Spend 30 seconds, use real names, use descriptive names based on the objective of the function, what it returns, all that stuff. So there's really good videos on how to name functions and how to name variables. But yeah, anyway, it's even yeah, it's good progress. I like seeing this 99.98. So that's good. That's almost 4 nines, which is very, very impressive. I'm gonna squint. I'm gonna call it 4 nines. All right, that's all I got.
Thank you. Do we have any more demos?
Yeah, I can do a demo on the video I made. Let me share screen. And very well, please, if any feedbacks will really be appreciated. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's it's not a very good ending. I need to like think of better way, but yeah. That's the video.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thank you.
Hey Lucy, I like the sound effects. That's something I do normally in my own head, but I'm glad the system does. I'm curious, to share context with everyone in the room, what is the purpose behind the video?
It's briefly showing like how our program works. It acts like a very quick demo to just like attracting more views and from audiences. Because you showed this this both also like an AI startup doing synthetic agents, and they had like a similar video, like a video similar like this, which got like 2.8 million views in like 24 hours. And then like we thought if we like try the same thing with it, like we might have like a similar result. I don't know. Yeah, it's just for like social media marketing.
Got it. That's helpful, Lucy. Are we planning on narrating the video experience?
Yeah, I thought about that, but I didn't do it because I feel like I might not be the I don't know, like I feel like I might not be the best person to do the narration. But I have thought about it. I feel like with narration maybe it will be like more clear what we are like doing or something.
Okay. So it seems like you have to make the decision whether you want to do whether we as a team want to do the narration or not. If yes, then we can find the right voice. You know what I mean? If no, then that's fine. That's where it is. Okay. Very cool.
The only thing I want to input is this like video is supposed to be like a quick demo, and Sabot is basically doing a longer demo, and he'll be narrating, so we can clip videos from the webinar that we want to post anyways.
Right.
So you'd have like one that's just like a quick view where there is a lot of narration, and then we'll have like another dynamic video where it's actually Sabot like going more in depth.
Got it. This is really cool. The intro's insanely cool. I don't know how you did. That's really cool.
I got the actually 3D. I think Tushar did the 3D model of the brain, and then I asked him for the 3D model, and then I input it and did some animation, and like camera operations on it.
That's crazy. Very cool.
Yeah, that is very cool. I would make one minor tweak. If you, some of the most powerful recommendations we give are the willingness to pay features, and like the price elasticity and all that stuff. So I would suggest if you could do this with an actual real world product. So when you include a real world product, we get all of the real world analytics. We like look at the competing products, the market simulators based on like your actual competitors in the market. The next best action is relevant based on where you sit in competition to your competitors. So I would say if you could do one with the real world product, that might help. And then if you do one with the real world product, maybe the collaboratory data might work. Because with the collaboratory, like we show all these AMCEs and you have to scroll all the way down to get to the meat. Like I don't know, Tushar, if you can put the meat in the front. Because like having all the AMCEs in the collaboratory is kind of duplicative of the market simulator. I don't know if that really adds anything. The qual report, and maybe instead of calling it collaboratory, you can call it qualitative report or something like that. Qualitative and quantitative. But anyway, if you could do a real product instead of you might get more actionable results. And if you can skinny it to 30 seconds, which might be really hard.
I can try like deleting some like content, which are like maybe like I don't know if showing the whole thing of going through it's necessary, or maybe I should like just maybe
I'm feeling lucky.
delete this part.
Yeah, because that's duplicative also. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because we already have this one here.
Yeah. But yeah, you want to get to the AMCE, the willingness to pay, and the next best action. Yeah, and this part, Tushar, if you can make the qual research or the collaboratory a little bit tighter.
Okay.
That's great, Lucy.
Also, should I change the name collaborate?
I maybe I don't know. I mean, sit with Mia and Lucy and Pablo, but collaboratory kind of it's unclear.
That was like a pretty basic name which I thought when I started creating it. So yeah, I can change it.
Yeah, the three big segments in market research are qualitative, quantitative, and then trends.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, Pablo, I have thought of an idea on like the idea you provided. So maybe we can create like a 30-second one for like social media, for social medias particularly, and we can like create a longer one with like narration and which might be helpful to guide people or like
recording in progress.
Yeah.
Like a longer, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I love that. We have to emphasize and obsess about outcomes. It's not about our report, guys. Remember that. It's never about our product or the insights. It's all about what our stakeholders, our clients are achieving.
Right. How do I increase revenue for this product? How do I?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We need to obsess around that. So you're on the right path, Lucy and Mia. Let's keep pushing.
Hi, sorry, one second.
Let's keep pushing.
I'm joining right now.
This
I'm
is
just
good.
wrapping up stand-up. Sorry.
So I have a couple of thoughts.
Guys, I have to run. I have a meeting with Duplo Cloud, but I'll see you guys later. Lucy looks amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, thank you. See you.